So today I am here to do a video all about your hair. So to start out, the reason that I'm doing this video is because for years I struggled with growing my hair at all. My hair would get to a point where it was shoulder length, so maybe up to here, and then it just wouldn't grow at all past that. And I did not really understand why. For years and years and years, I had really short hair that would not grow. And I had come to accept that fact. So I used extensions for years, and I just started to accept the fact that my hair would never grow and it would always be short. But that's not the case. 99% of the time, if your hair isn't growing, it's because it is damaged. It is breaking off at a rate that is faster than the growth coming from your scalp. And it took me a while to understand how it is that you can fix that. And you can absolutely fix that. I mean, my hair has grown so much within the past year and a half, despite the fact that I straighten my hair almost every day on a regular basis. I'm not saying that's good for your hair, but I am saying that it is the reality of what I do. And I also have bleached my hair quite a few times. I have a really bad habit of bleaching my hair and then changing my mind and then dyeing it dark again and then bleaching it again, which is a horrible thing. You should never do that. But just to give you an idea of what I was dealing with. So hair that is damaged from bleach, hair that is damaged from straightening it on a regular basis. And I've also used relaxers on my hair as well, which are really bad for your hair. And my hair naturally is quite curly. So I'm here to tell you how, despite all these things, if your hair is damaged, if it is breaking off, it is not growing, if it is not growing, you can absolutely fix it and you can grow your hair. And again, I'm not here to tell you to stop straightening your hair, to stop using heat. That's common sense. If you can, great. If you can't, if you don't want to, then you don't have to. You can still do what you want with your hair as long as it's reasonable and still get it to grow. So I'm going to tell you how. And there's a few things that I've been doing that I know have changed my hair completely. Number one, the single most important thing if you want to grow your hair, if it is damaged and not growing, is to build the bonds of your hair and stop the breakage. So you have to stop the breakage. How is it that you stop the breakage? Well, for years, people thought that once your hair was damaged, once it was broken, it can no longer be repaired, which is not completely true anymore because of bond builders that came into the hair industry in 2014 or 2015. So I'm talking about Olaplex. Olaplex, if your hair is damaged, will change your life. And I say that with full confidence because that is the number one thing that started to restore my hair and allow it to grow. So you probably heard of Olaplex because if you bleach your hair and if you don't want it to be damaged, most of the time your hair salon will use Olaplex or a similar bond builder. Personally, I prefer Olaplex because it is the original technology, it's patented, and that's just what I trust. So if you're bleaching your hair at a salon, most of the time they will put Olaplex number 1 into the hair bleach mixture. After that, they will use Olaplex number 2 once they wash out your hair, and that is a leave-in treatment that you leave in your hair for a minimum of 10 minutes. Those two things, Olaplex number 1 and Olaplex number 2, are key. Forget Olaplex number 3, I don't use that. It's a very diluted version of the formula that actually builds the bonds and the proteins in your hair. So forget about Olaplex number 3. So Olaplex number 1, Olaplex number 2. How do you use that and how often should you be using it? So first of all, those two products are sold exclusively to salons and professional hairdressers. I am not one. So how is it that you can get those treatments? Well, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go into a salon. So if you go into a salon and you ask for an Olaplex treatment standalone, you can get that in a lot of salons. So what they'll do is, what they should do is they should use the Olaplex number 1, followed by the Olaplex number 2. What I've done is I've been very careful, but I get mine from eBay because it's cheaper, but you do have to be careful. You have to make sure that the person you're buying it from is authentic and it's a real product. But I've used Olaplex so many times that I can tell if it's real and if it's not. But if you don't think that you can, then you just go the legitimate way and go to a hair salon and ask for Olaplex number 1, Olaplex number 2. Again, this is key. I cannot stress that enough. Now, when you use Olaplex, you will still have to maintain it regularly. So I personally use it on my hair probably every 2 weeks. So I mainly get Olaplex number 2, and I will use that every other week. So I will rinse my hair just with water, and then I'll apply Olaplex number 2, and I try to leave it on for as long as I can. So if you can leave it on overnight, that's great. If not, I suggest leaving it on for at least 30 to 45 minutes because you really want to get the best of it. So after using Olaplex, mainly number 2, but sometimes I'll do number 1 and 2 consistently for the past year and a half, that has single-handedly transformed my hair. So that is number 1, Olaplex 1 and or Olaplex number 2. So what is something else that you can do if you want to speed up the process? Well, you can actually stimulate your hair growth. So not only are you fixing what's broken by using Olaplex to rebuild the broken bonds in your hair from all of that damage that you put your poor hair through, but you can also stimulate the growth coming from your scalp. So it's growing from your scalp, and then you're also preventing breakage and preventing it from getting shorter. So what do you use? You use biotin. I've used biotin for the past year and a half, and it has definitely made a difference in my hair. It definitely does make your hair grow if you use it consistently. However, I would recommend consulting with your doctor if you take any type of vitamin. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I don't work in the medical field. So disclaimer, absolutely check with your doctor, but it does help your hair to grow. So those are really the 2 key things. But there are also other products out there that are very, very helpful. So this is one of them. This is by Apogee, and it is a balancing moisturizer. I use this on my hair probably every other time I wash it, and I wash my hair every week, so maybe every other week. And it is extremely conditioning. I feel like it really improves the condition of my hair and it makes it healthier, and you really want your hair to be healthy. And the reality is that most conditioners that you're using aren't making a difference. Honestly, I find that most conditioners are pretty much the same. But this stuff is really good, especially if you have curly hair. I highly recommend it. Now, another product that I've started using that also is amazing and really improves the integrity of your hair is a product called CER 100. I'll include the link down below. It is a Korean product and it is collagen. So it's essentially collagen treatment for your hair. And I've been using this for the past 6 or 7 months, and it has honestly made such a big difference in the condition of my hair. And again, if you want your hair to grow, you have to improve the condition. And these are the things that I truly do believe work. I have used probably every conditioner on the market. And again, these are the things that have really, really made a difference with me. So what else? Also, something else I have noticed that is very, very critical and actually makes a big difference is the sun. The sun really does help to grow your hair. And obviously you have to be careful because consistent sun exposure is not good for your health. It's not good for your skin, but the sun is good for you in healthy doses. And vitamin D The sun does really help to grow your hair. I was on vacation recently and I was in the sun for a week, and I swear my hair grew maybe like half an inch, 3/4 of an inch in that single week. So getting that vitamin D and getting that sun exposure is really important as well. So these are really the tips and tricks that I have used to transform my hair completely. If you are in the same position as me, I guarantee you that it will work. Just stick to it. Yeah, and that's really all there is to it. It's not magic, but if you think about it, it does make sense. So yeah, that's it really for this video. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it was useful.